Hello, my dear students. I'm glad that you are watching this video lesson today. In this lesson, we are going to be looking at the topic body language. So, the aim of our today's lesson to develop language, communicative and cultural competences, critical thinking and creativity, to enlarge vocabulary related to the topic body language, to improve speaking and writing skills. So, and the objectives of the lesson: to identify the definitions of the words language and body language, to define reasons of using body language, to consider advantages of using body language, to study idiomatic expressions to do with the body. Students, when you think of or hear the word language, what comes to your mind? What is a language? Can you give me the definition of a term, a language? Also, by the way, students, think about our second lesson, because there I have give you lots of information about language, that is kind of tool of communication, that there are 7,000 languages in the world approximately, and that the main 6 languages of international communication are English, French, Russian, Spanish, Chinese, and Arabic. Okay, students, now language is a system of communication that uses words, symbols, or gestures to express thoughts, ideas, emotions, and information. It allows people to understand each other, share knowledge, and connect socially and culturally. So let's go to the next term, which we will consider during our today's lesson. What is a body language? Students, can you give me the definition of the term a body language? So think about it. Body language is non-verbal communication using movements, gestures, facial expressions, and posture to show feelings or thoughts without speaking. It often shows emotions more honestly than speech and plays a key role in everyday conversations, relationships, and cross-cultural communication. Here are several important reasons of using body language. The first one, to express emotions. People often show how they feel, happy, angry, nervous, through their facial expressions or body movements. Example, smiling when happy, frowning when upset. The second one, to support or emphasize spoken words. Body language can help add meaning or clarity to what is being said. Example, nodding while saying yes makes the message stronger. The third one, to communicate without words. Sometimes people use body language when words are not possible or necessary. Example, waving to say hello or goodbye. That are the non-verbal ways of greeting and farewelling. So, the fourth one, to show confidence or attitude. The way someone stands or moves can show confidence, nervousness, or attitude. Example, standing tall can show confidence. Slouching may suggest insecurity. The fifth one, to control and manage social interactions. Body language helps people know when to speak, listen, or stop in a conversation. Example, leaning forward may show interest. Looking away may show boredom. So when your interlocutor in a face-to-face interpersonal communication with you, if he or she leans or looks away, it means that he or she listens, pays attention to your speech, or she is not are not interested in your speech and are not paying attention to your conversation. So, my dear students, and now, after pointing out several important reasons of using body language, let's state out several advantages of using body languages. First, enhances verbal communication. Body language can support and strengthen spoken words, making the message clearer and more powerful. Example, a firm handshake and eye contact can reinforce confidence during an interaction. The second one, expresses emotions more clearly. Facial expressions and gestures often show feelings more honestly than words. Example, a smile can express happiness or warmth without saying anything. So if someone smiles, even if he or she don't gives you any kind of a message that he or she is happy by verbal, like ways, you can anyway find out whether he or she is happy. Yeah. The third one, communicates without speaking. In situations where talking is not possible, body language can replace words. Yeah. In some cases, if people around you are keeping silence, for example, at the library or so on during the examination, body language, we use body language in order to communicate with each other. Yeah. Example, nodding your head to say yes or waving to greet someone. The first one, builds stronger connections. Positive body language like open posture and eye contact helps build trust, empathy, and understanding. It means when you are talking with someone and if he or she stares at your eyes and keeps eye contact, it means that he or she trusts you, pays attention to your speech, and such kind of thing gives us a lot of information during our face-to-face interpersonal communication. So, example, leaning in during a conversation shows interest and respect. The fifth, crosses language barriers. Since body language is often universal, it helps people from different cultures or languages understand each other. Example, a thumbs up or a frown can be understood across many cultures. So let's go to the next slide, my dear students. Now let's focus on idiomatic expressions to do with the body. Yeah. So here we have given 8 of them. Yeah. Let's get acquainted with each of them. So the first one, to pull someone's leg, means to joke with someone or trick them in a playful way. Example, I thought he was serious, but he was just pulling my leg. The second one, to have a sweet tooth, to love sweet foods, especially desserts or candy. For example, she can't resist chocolate. She really has a sweet tooth. The third one, to kick up a fuss. It means to complain loudly or cause a disturbance, especially over something minor. Example, he kicked up a fuss when his coffee was cold. The first one, to get out of hand, means to become uncontrollable or chaotic. Yeah? For example, the party got out of hand after midnight. The fifth one, to waste one's breath, means to speak or explain something without results because no one is listening or cares. For example, don't waste your breath trying to change his mind. The sixth one, to go over someone's head, means to be too difficult for someone to understand. For example, the explanation went over my head. It was too technical. The eighth one, to give someone the cold shoulder, means to deliberately ignore someone or treat them in an unfriendly way. For example, after the argument, she gave him the cold shoulder for days. So, my dear students, here we have given you the list of the quotations about body language. So let's read them and let's get acquainted with each of them. Yeah. The first one says, the most important thing in communication is hearing what isn't said. So how can we hear what wasn't said? It means that we have to pay attention to the body language too. If you are following the modern day news, the modern day information, you are aware of the thing which is known as EQ, which goes with IQ. EQ means emotional quality. It is someone's skill of understanding his or her interlocutors, gestures, face impressions, mimics, and to get information from their body language. There is even science which was built by an American psychologist, Paul Ekman. He considers the way of finding out whether people are lying or not, and he dared to publish a book which is known as Lie to Me, if you can, and there you can find out that by paying attention to the gestures and mimics, you can find out whether the particular information which was addressed to you, or whether the information which was said by your interlocutor is true or false. Just you have to pay attention to some of his gestures and mimics, and you will get the information you wanted. So the second one, body language is more powerful than words. Yeah, body language is more powerful than words. So again, if someone says you lie, yeah, a lie, if someone lies you, and if you can find out by paying attention to his gestures and mimics whether he or she is lying to you, it means that their body language is more important than a word, than language which he or she uses, yeah, in order to give you particular information. Yeah, so that's why we can say body language is more powerful than words. So the third one, you can't hide your true feelings behind a fake smile for long. Body language always speaks the truth. Here again, the scholar whose name was mentioned by me just now, just before some seconds, I don't know whether, Paul Ekman, he found out that several types of smiles, he divided them, fake smiles, real smiles, yeah. So if you will read his book, you can easily find out a lot of information about body languages. By the way, my dear students, it's very interesting for you because it's very, I think, informative for you. Why? Because you are going to work with stories, with a lot of people from different countries, yeah, and you have to learn the way how they behave, yeah. I mean, like, you have to learn to interpret the body language, yeah. You have to find out by their body language, by their gestures, by their mimics, whether they are satisfied by the service which you have just offered him, yeah, because it's very useful for you, because you will be paid by the tourist, yeah. So the first one, your body communicates as clearly as your mouth, maybe even more clearly. The fifth one, watch the mouth but listen to the body. The sixth one, actions speak louder than words and body language speaks loudest of all. The seventh one, your body language shapes who you are. The eighth one, nonverbal communication is an elaborate secret code that is written nowhere, known by none, and understood by all. So, dear my students, let's go to the next slide. Here we have the list of the questions which you have to answer, yeah? So just read them. The first one, what is the definition of a language and how does it differ from body language? So, relying on the knowledge which you have just obtained from our today's video lesson, you have to give answer to this question and to the following questions, and then you will check whether you understood the given material in the video lesson. Yeah. The second one, why do people use body language in communication? The third one, what are some common advantages of using body language in daily life? The fourth one, how does body language help express emotions or support spoken words? The fifth one, what are some idiomatic expressions related to parts of the body and what do they mean? The sixth one, how can understanding body language and idioms improve communication skills? So, my dear students, let's go to the descriptive writing. So, on this page you can see descriptive writing task about body language. Choose one of them and answer. The first one, describe a situation where body language helped you or someone else communicate without speaking. Explain how gestures, facial expressions, or posture were used and what message was understood. The second one, write a short description comparing spoken language and body language. How are they similar or different? Why is it important to understand both? The third one, choose some idioms related to the body. For example, pull someone's leg, called shoulder, and write a short descriptive story or scene using them in context. So, my dear students, next we have here a research project. So, my dear students, the theme of research project is understanding body language across cultures. You have to read the given text and pay attention to the research questions. The first one, how do different cultures use body language to express emotions, respect or disagreement? The second one, which body language signals are universal and which are culturally specific? The third one, how can body language lead to misunderstandings in cross-cultural communication? The fourth one, why is it important to understand body language in global or multicultural situations? So, let's conclude our today's lesson. Conclusion. The definition of the words language and the body language were identified. The reasons for using body language were defined. The advantages of using body language were considered. Idiomatic expressions related to the body were studied. My dear students, here you have given the list of the references. You may find out a lot of information from this list of the references. So I think it's time to say goodbye. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye, my dear students.